Today I'm starting the build to go around the new super smelter. I'm doing my best not to build too many new things without them getting a bit of a facelift, so I'm making sure to get some building done every few days. I'm building this section around the input and output system first, and this bit will all be black stone. I got started by building the basement or collection room and played around with how the design will work. I used different black stone variants and then walls in the corners of the room to add some shape. I added in a little staircase down and then dug out the ground to make room for the last wall, and then started building up the above ground portion using lots of varying blocks to keep things looking interesting. I made me to have this end section be a black tower with a smaller building down next to it. So as I built up, I made sure to define the doorway at the bottom before going up and building the floor of the room at the top where the input chests for the fuel and items to cook will live. I also added in the walls where I think the balcony will go. This made it easier to build up the walls on the outside to the correct height. I then used some dirt to lay out a staircase to the top level. I made it 2 blocks wide with decorative sides of a wall on top of a block. I added lanterns to some of the walls on the sides of the stairs and then got to work on the walls and the doorway of the upper level. Lastly, I extended the walls on the lower part around to fully encompass the tower around the front and to bring the build into contact with the super smelter, which will give adding on the rest of the build a decent starting point, which I will get started on tomorrow.